channel. So today we're going to do my Project Level Up update. I'm not going to lie, this is not the best update that I've had. I feel like all the week I've been like, it's not the best, but it's not the best. So if you're not familiar with Project Level Up, this is a project created by Sophie Alexandra. I have her channel linked in my description as always, and it is a cross between Pan in Every palette, Pan That palette, Pan Those eyeshadows, Pan Left Behind, you know, like a combination of all of those combined, because any palette that you pick, obviously you start from level 1, and that means that you have to use every single shade once and hit 1 pan, and then once you've done that, you can graduate to level 2. You have to hit 2 pans in that palette and use every single shade twice, and then so on. And usually we go up to level 5 and then we roll back down. A lot of people have different variations of this project. I'm on level 4, so it's tricky. I have to use every single shade in the palette 4 times, and I have to hit 4 pans. So I've been working on the Lethal Avatar Air palette for a few months now. I think we are on to, yeah, we've done 3 months now so far. And for 3 months, it's looking a little rough. I'm not gonna lie. I've been really loving this palette. I have it on today, but as I've said in previous videos, I've just been using other eyeshadow palettes in my collection, doing other makeup looks. So I haven't been super focused on my eyeshadow project pans, at least this month. So I think this is a little bit of a blip, and we will keep going forward. I mean, I have been using this palette. We're gonna go through my uses and I'll show you like progress as well and everything like that. But I'm not at the point where I can even think to consider rolling this out or even possibly rolling in a new palette. I just think I have way too much left to do on here, but I am on the level 4. So I have to hit 4 pans in this little baby palette here, and yeah, it's just not doing it. It's not doing it. So anyway, so if you're not familiar with what this palette looks like, I will put up on the screen what it looked like last update. I already had that pan before I rolled it into the project, so it's not part of this project, unfortunately. But yeah, I basically told myself that I was going to try to hit pan in the shimmers because I just don't think that I'm going to hit pan in those mattes. And I still kind of think that way. I don't think that it's feasible. I think eventually I could, but I'm just not at the point where I can really hone in on any of these mattes for this particular project. It's not something that I want to do. So I really am focusing on hitting pan in all 4 of those shimmer shades. Now, have I done that? Have I got even close? Are we going to see any shiny new pans in this update? I guess let's find out. The suspense is killing me. No, anyway, this is what the palette is looking like right now. So yeah, big spoiler here. There are no new pans, unfortunately, but I have been really enjoying this palette. I think I'm going to go out on a limb and say maybe it is my favorite palette in my collection at this point, just because I think, you know, I really do I like Gal on Jupiter a lot from Gloss Gods, but I do think the Lethal Avatar formula is just a step above. And I love these, I like the way that these shimmers lay on my lids. I think they're so stunning. So this might be my favorite palette, which is kind of crazy because I would never think a favorite palette of mine would have a red and a yellow like that. But anyway, okay, so yeah, it doesn't look really all that different, right? I'm kind of disappointed in that, but I have been using these shades. The first one is called Moon Peach, and this one I've used 4 extra times this month. I don't think I'm that too far off from hitting pan, but I think probably another 5-6 uses and I'll do it. So hopefully I just use this a little bit more this upcoming month. Then I did not need to go into this one any more times in this project, so I did not go into it. Okay, so next we have Giazzo. This one I've already gone into 4 times, but it is one of the ones that I would like to hit pan on. I only went into it 2 more times this month though, which I'm kind of disappointed in myself because I do think that I could have hit pan in this had I gone into it a little bit more. So that's a little bit of a shame. Egg Custard, I had 1 more use left to go and I have gone into it as of today in today's look. So this one, I've gone into it 4 times and I don't need to go into it anymore. Unless obviously I want to try to hit pan, which like I've said, I think I'm just going to concentrate on the shimmers, even though this one's not really going anywhere, or this one. This one, Ang, I've already used 4 times. I went into it an additional 2 more times this month, but as you can see, nowhere near hitting pan at all. This is just going to be a long time, I think, this one. And then we have Sky Bison. So this one I needed to use one more time, sorry, but I've used it 2 more times. So we've got 5 uses on that one. You don't even see any use really. So that's why I'm feeling like I just don't want to try to hit pan in these mattes, because it just doesn't seem like it's possible. Obviously with this one it was possible because that was just a lid setting shade. So it's really easy to go into that one. But these other two I think would just be a little bit trickier. So anyway, that one's rolling out and officially out of the project. And then we have this one, which is called Council of Elders. And this one I have on my eyes today. I've gone into it 2 times this month. I have 1 more use on it though. So yeah, I need to use it 1 more time. But again, I don't think I'm gonna try to hit pan on that one. And then we've got Yip Yip. I had 3 more uses on it. I've gone into it only 1 more time this month because last month, as I was saying, if you watched my last update, I was going to concentrate on these 2 more than this one because I feel like a lot of them do very similar things. I actually have this one on my eyes today. So I have this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one on my lids today, and then a little bit of this one in the outer corner. And I like this look. This is a really nice sunsetty look with like, I really like how contrasting this is because it's obviously you've got the iciness of the shimmers, but then you have the warm tone of the mattes. And I think that's what makes this palette very unique and interesting for a 9 pan palette. Anyway, okay, so that one, I've used it only once this month. I have 2 more uses to go, but I still also want to hit pan in it. So I have quite a lot of use left to do. And then this one is called Glider. I've gone into it twice. I only need to go into it 1 more time. So I've gone into it 2 more times. So this one is definitely officially rolled out, but I'm sure I'll go into it more as I do more looks with this palette. But basically I've gone into all of the, all of the mattes apart from the red one 4 times. So I don't really need to use the mattes at all. So I could potentially use this as a companion palette with other palettes, but because this works so nicely with these mattes, I don't know, I might not. But considering I don't need to use these 2, I might maybe pair these now with some of my Pan That palette shades, either from the Ultra Ego Shadow Kiss or the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude. I think they would work really well together now that I have those out, and obviously I don't need to use the yellow as well. So I don't know, might seem like I haven't done that much in a month, and I feel like I haven't, but it's because I'm trying to do a lot of other projects. But if I start pairing these with other palettes I haven't really done in this project yet, I think that will work in my favor just to get more use, and then obviously eventually try to hit pan in these shades. I really didn't think these 2 would take as long as they have, but I just need to get more use on them. They're so beautiful, but I'm just not there yet. And I really like this palette, so I don't know. I like that I'm getting so much use on it, but I would like to use my other lethal palettes because this is the one that's definitely been used the most by far. But yeah, I'm kind of bummed that I don't have a pan to share, at least considering I have to hit 4 pans in this palette, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we can do it for the next update, and I have at least 1, maybe 2 pans to share for you next time. I was debating on rolling in another palette just to get a head start for level 5, but I think because I'm already feeling a little bit overwhelmed and a little bit, you know, behind on some of my eyeshadow projects, I don't want to add another palette in to confuse me, right, or distract me. So I think next month I will roll in a new palette, but this month I'm just gonna stick to this one. And yeah, sadly this happens where sometimes you just slow down and you don't have a very exciting update, but I'm still working on the palette. I absolutely love this palette so much. And as you can create such gorgeous looks with this palette. Like, you cannot go wrong whether you like either cool tone or warm tone. This palette has both, which is just so interesting, and it's just a little 9-pan palette. You wouldn't think it looking at it, but I actually just love this palette so much, which is such a contrast because when I first got it I didn't like it. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.